Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Your host, Ronnie McKee. Just to let you guys know, we got a little change up in the name. I wanted to make it a little easy to, easy for y'all to find it, really. So my new name for my podcast is 5 p.m. Traffic. So this is where you stop, you get all the information that you need to know. Then you keep going about your day afterwards. So 5 p.m. traffic. So I'm your host, Ronnie McKee. Likes, subscribe, and after we get done with the video, comment, let me know what you think. I got my guy Sam Shields with me. Call him
What's
Sleeves
going
if you
on?
want to. Yeah, we're gonna get into the NFC predictions today. So like I said, go ahead and like the video. But we about to get into it. All right, so first we're gonna start off with some teams that we are not biased to. Everybody know I'm Falcons. If you've been watching long enough, you know he's Vikings. So I mean, he's from Minnesota. That's the only reason he's Vikings. Nobody in their right mind would be just Vikings in general, but you know,
28 and 3.
we ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all was never in position to be 28-3. But we're gonna
28
go
and 3.
to we're gonna go to the NFC West. Neither one of us have a team in it. No horse, no horse in the race. So go to NFC West. So we got the Rams, Cardinals, Seattle, 49ers. So who do you like out of this division? Who you think is going to be the worst in the division? And what moves did you like out of the offseason?
I'll let you kick it off.
All right, so first, Cardinals, um, honestly, just by elimination, I would say they're going to be the worst. They have the worst quarterback. Um, I mean, they might have the worst coach in the division. Honestly, just think about it.
You don't like
But
Carson Beck?
are you taking Carson Beck over Matthew Stafford, Sam Darnold, and Brock Purdy,
I didn't say I would take him over anybody. I just asked if you liked him or not.
the worst quarterback? And he's not even starting. Jacoby Brissett starting, and Jacoby Brissett is as average as it gets in the NFL.
Mm.
So, but I like the move they got at running back. I think Jeremiah Love is the next best running back going forward as far as potential wise. I think the top three or top four running backs in the NFL kind of locked up, but I think next in line, he'll probably be one of them next in line guys. But yeah, I just got them being the worst, just elimination alone. I don't think they're gonna be better than San Francisco, Seattle, or the Rams. Rams, I got them. It's hard to say because I would say I got them win the division
Hmm.
because getting Miles Garrett, I believe that was a huge pickup. Obviously, I mean defensive player of the year led the league in sacks last year, so obviously biggest impact probably on defense in the entire league.
Yeah,
So I want to give them the edge, but Seattle did just win the Super Bowl.
that they
So
did.
now here's the thing: Seattle did lose the OC, so we see how that happened with Detroit. The offense didn't look the same. So I'm not sure if Seattle offense is still going to look the same. That's that's tough because they still got JSN, like a top five wide receiver. I believe Sam Darnold was definitely like I believe Clint Kubiak definitely helped Sam Darnold a lot.
Yeah.
But I got them two fighting 1 and 2, honestly. Them two
Okay.
fighting 1 and 2. San Francisco, I got them being a dark horse. I got them being like a wild card. But if you ask me like who's gonna be third definitively, I would say San Francisco. I just don't see them being better than the other two teams. Like the flash that San Francisco used to have, I don't see it no more.
Yeah,
Like
they're always
Brock
hurt.
Purdy, yeah, 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 and I mean, you got Brock Purdy right now. You got Chris McCaffrey, which Chris McCaffrey is still a top seven running back in the league. I mean, he still be close to offensive player of the year every year. So
Yep.
you can't really disrespect him. Mike Evans, he got injured a lot last year, so I don't know what to really think about him going into this year. If he can stay healthy, he get 1,000 yards each year. But I don't
They
know.
got Debo back too.
You know what I think about Debo. I don't think the highest of Debo. I think he's a mixture of running back and wide receiver. You just try to get the ball in his hands, but he's not as effective as he used to be. Like before he went to Washington, he was, I would say he was very good. Now I would just say good. I think he like went down a little bit since then. Um Pearsall, I think he just got injured again.
Mhm. I was gonna say I know Christian McCaffrey. He's been dealing with some injuries too, and holding out for his contract.
Yeah, like I said, all that stuff isn't adding up too well at all for him.
Fred Warner is
But
coming back from injury.
that's why I said. But you can go ahead and say your thoughts. Like I said, that's my 1-2. My 1-2 is Rams and Seattle, and then obviously I got San Francisco at 3. Cardinals, I got them being the worst. I honestly got them possibly being top 5 as far as top 5 pick next year in the NFL draft.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got the Cardinals being the worst. Of course, for obvious reason, just because they're just it's stacked in that division, so it's definitely difficult uh, to move up that ranking. You had to be really good to move up. I think they just don't have the pieces just yet. For my number one, I do have the Rams. Um, I think they have like a I want to win it all mentality. The Rams picking up Miles Garrett, I believe, will change a lot for them. Additionally, with the opportunity to possibly bring back one of my favorite players of all time, Aaron Donald, to the squad.
He's not coming back.
You don't know that.
I know for sure he's not
He just
coming
did
back.
his second workout this week. But either
He
way,
just he just he just likes working out.
yeah, I know. But second workout this week, regardless. So still available. Even if he doesn't, they still have the greatest defensive lineman on their team right now. So
Yeah.
even if he doesn't come back. But yeah, I got the Rams
Okay.
number one.
Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Um, like I said, we're gonna keep our 2 divisions last, just to let y'all know, because that's going to be a while. We basically know our 2 divisions very 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 well. So we'll go NFC East now. Uh, I'm gonna let you kick it off. You got Dallas, you got Washington, you got New York, and you got Philly. I'm gonna let you kick it off.
Mm, I got New York last. Don't think Jim Harbaugh is going to change much up there, at least for this first season, especially with Jackson Dart already crying. Um,
He got
hopefully
Maggie
they'll,
here, ain't it?
huh?
He got Maggie here, ain't it?
Yeah, I don't know what he got going on, but he did get lit up in preseason versus Vikings. So we shall see how that goes. My number one, um, I feel like that one is a little bit of a toss up between the Cowboys and the Eagles. I still got the Eagles though, if you want me to be honest. If I had to pick, close my eyes, it'd still be the Eagles. Of course, it's still early on with camps and preseason, but looking at Jalen Hurts, looks like he has more of an upbeat feel to him. Feels like the past few seasons he's been more introverted. Really
Why?
don't feel like
Why?
talking to
Why you?
any.
Why you think they?
What do you mean?
You think it was a vampire on their team?
No, I think AJ Brown could allude to that, but also too the fans don't really care about. They didn't care about AJ Brown, so I doubt he did either. It was more so the offensive coordinator, and the offensive
Oh,
coordinator been taking.
oh! I ain't gonna watch you. I forgot about that. Their OC was
Yeah,
awful. My bad.
yeah.
I forgot all about that. That was. Hey, he was bad.
I wouldn't even say he's bad. I mean, I guess when
He was very
you're,
predictable.
I don't know. I think they get a bad rap just because of their fans are so harsh. I think they turned on them. But either way, they were going to the Super Bowl and people were still complaining, and I did like multiple times, and I was like, okay, I don't get it. Either way, but yeah, I still have them going out of that whole group, and I got yeah, I got them going. I got the Eagles for sure, number one.
You don't think too much about Washington?
Washington, they did pick up Stephon Diggs, which was cool. I thought they were gonna pick up Ayuk at some point. I know he was
You did it to himself.
Ayuk
He
was
had
campaigning. I think
he had to. I ain't
at
never
some
saw
point.
anybody like literally say, "I don't want the job." Like
Yeah,
that's
I think at
basically
some point they were like, "Yeah, you're like." It was like a for sure thing. Like even Jaden
it.
Daniels was like, "Yo, I got you." Da
it,
da da da.
yeah.
And then it just took a full
So
180.
who you think you are, Jaden Daniels? Like I'm trying to help you get on the team. He said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, go back to your mom."
Um, Stephon Diggs, I guess this will be his comeback year, or not his comeback year, but we'll just see what he does coming off of the off-field stuff. I don't want to get into all that, but still, I guess he was the number one wide receiver on the Patriots when they went to the Super Bowl. So I mean, you can't knock him too much. Um, but I don't think nothing comes out of that this first year. I really want to see what Jaden McDaniels does. I feel like ever since his rookie year, the talks around him have shifted to him being injured, to him not being big enough, like him being a little too small, and then the off the field stuff, like with the LSU stuff. So it's like it went from just solely being on his game, this promising young talent, to stuff that either holds you back on the field or off the field. And so um, we shall see. I haven't seen any preseason film from them, but guess there'd be somebody to watch. I don't think they're up there with Philly, and I don't think they're up there with Dallas. Just me personally.
No, I think Philly and Dallas are probably 1, 2. But the thing about Dallas is they kind of do the same thing almost every year. As far as like they don't get off to good starts. So I would have to look at their schedule, but I think they start off against the Giants. I mean, that's an easy winnable game. But I mean,
Not as Scatterboo's back.
let's be serious. Did
Did
you
you
see
see
the
the
last?
video of him trying to cut on his leg?
No,
That guy needs some healing. He's not
no.
ready.
Did you see the tackle that they got from the Ravens?
Yeah, yeah, that hardball brought over. Yeah, yeah, I did see that.
But
I think his name is
but, yeah,
Falela, or something like that.
yeah, I have never saw a tackle on a back so much during the like game. He's like the
Yeah.
one guy I see most of the time is like for sure you can book it. He's gonna be on his back one time during the game. That that's no lie. But I mean, they got him protecting Jackson Dart. I think they didn't have good protection last year, to be honest with you.
Mm.
Like he had like 2 concussions, did he not?
Yeah, but a lot of those stemmed from him trying to like run the ball.
You think that's gonna change? I don't see it changing.
I don't think Jim Harbaugh will have him running the ball.
You right, it is a new coach, but
Yeah, I don't.
it's some
I
stuff.
think they try to protect them. I think that was shown in this preseason game where he stayed on the ground a little bit longer than you should, and sent him to the blue tent. I think they will try to like actually care about him. I don't think you go to a new situation and try to run your quarterback into the ground, especially when you're the top coach coming in. People are looking at you to produce. You're coming in to change the organization. So
I can agree with that. Like I said, I got Philly and Dallas. I gotta see how that Pickens franchise tag is gonna have him playing. Because
hopefully
it
he
can
keep
go,
balling.
yeah, I would say it can go 1 of 2 ways. He can like ball so he can get a bigger contract,
Yeah,
or sometimes it weighs on you and you like, bro, I ain't trying to play for this team. So we gotta see which way it goes. Defense, them picking up Caleb Downs was huge
I
because
was.
their secondary was awful.
Yeah.
Now I don't think he gonna cover the whole secondary, but I think it makes him a little bit better.
Hmm.
And they also picked up Von Miller.
Yes, I did see that. I don't know if that they said Von Miller had 9 sacks last year, so I seen that on one of these sports talking platforms that he had 9 sacks last year. So I mean, if he can bring them 9 sacks, that's a scary defensive front.
Yeah, I would say so. But I still got Philly, Jalen Carter, Jordan
Jalen
Davis.
Carter signed a big contract. They took care of him, which was good.
I think Devontae Smith gonna show that he's more of a number one than people think. Also,
Yeah, I think he only gets that rep of not being number one because he's a smaller wide.
yeah.
So
I mean, that's
um,
been his thing
that's been
since
his thing. Yeah,
his college. But shoot, when you put on the tape,
that
it
guy's
don't seem like
technical.
yeah, it don't seem like it really matters. So I can't really. It's all. It's really gonna be about Jalen Hurts showing more this year. Like this is more so for Jalen Hurts this year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you still got Saquon back there, which Saquon gonna do what Saquon does.
And to me, I don't feel like it has to be this. This is a Jalen Hurts. Like to me, that is. I think me and you kind of spoke about it. Like at this point, man, like he has to be above and beyond of like outside his body great, and it doesn't make sense to me because the guy is doing a solid job. I mean, people want him to put up Josh Allen, like they're comparing him to a couple of these quarterbacks where it's like it does not make sense, but it is what it is, I guess.
No, it doesn't. Like I said, he gets a bad rap just because he's he wins, but when his wins don't seem like he's the driving force like the other quarterbacks. So he gets a bad little rap for that. But I mean, he wins. That's if you tell a quarterback just go out there and win, he's gonna be like top five on that list. But when you look at him play, it's not the most like appealing. I would say that.
Yeah.
Like, so I can see where both sides come from as far as people be like, they think that anybody else can do it just because it looks easy the way, he plays. Because honestly, it's like, okay, it's a deep ball, Devontae. Devontae jump up, catch the ball. All right, you hand off to Saquon. Saquon go for about 5-10 yards. The
But I
tush
guess
push, I
I don't see
mean,
it both ways because it's like if you put any other quarterback in his position and they perform the exact same way, if it's not Jalen Hurts, let's take a Justin or a Joe Burrow. These guys would be getting praised.
yeah, yeah, for
They
sure.
would be calling
For
him one of
sure.
the greatest quarterbacks ever.
For sure. But I
So
also
it's
feel like
like
I feel like their numbers would be like higher though. I will say that. That's the one
possibly.
thing I will say. But I'm saying like as far as winning wise, yeah,
The
you're right.
system matters too. So
Yeah,
that's where I'm like people don't look at the whole scope because on one hand people saying the OC is bad, but then on the other hand they're saying Jalen's not doing enough with the ball. And in all actuality, we know that the OC controls most of that. The
yeah,
OC is telling him where what the reads are, where to go next with the ball, where to take the ball. He designs the plays on how far the ball can go or where the ball can go. And then sometimes it's just the system. People like Joe Burrow, they're in a system with Jamar Chase, who I feel like, as much as you probably want to compare AJ Brown to Jamar Chase is still in another. He's
I
number one
think
or two each
yeah, yeah,
year. A
yeah.
guy that you can throw up to at any time during the day, and he's gonna catch the ball. So it's like. I get what you're saying, but also too, I don't think people are going to produce the same. The numbers are just going to be different because the OC is different.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Like I said, he definitely don't get the praise that he deserves because we can just go ahead and be honest. He's black. I mean, he doesn't get the same praise. But I mean, like I said, I still feel like it's gonna be his proven year though, because we both know how Devontae is, but from the outside, they're saying not a true number one.
It's a Devontae prove it year.
You think it's a Devontae proven year?
No, that's what I'm at. You're saying Devontae or Jalen Hurts, the
No,
guy that
I'm
already
saying
has
Jalen
this, the guy
Hurts.
that already has a Super Bowl. It's his
No, I'm talking Jalen Hurts.
So what else does he have to prove? So if he doesn't get a Super Bowl this year,
There,
can it still be a prove it
so
year? Can he still be successful in this year, or is it Super Bowl or bust?
no, not Super Bowl, but I'm talking numbers
Okay.
wise.
Okay, so he just
Numbers
has to
wise.
have a lot of numbers. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
make sure.
Numbers wise. Like I said, here's the thing. They got Dak above him, but he's wins more than Dak.
Yeah, but that be launching that ball, man.
But
Uh,
when we watch the Cowboys games, sit back and really watch the Cowboys game. How often are they like winning or like actually like close and score? Like most of the time when Dak is launching the ball, they're down by 14 points, 10 plus at least. And that's when he started launching the ball for real. And he started getting 200 yards. And at the end of the day, you look at the yards and you like, well, he had a damn good game. But if we really sat back there and watched the game, it was after he got down by like 7, 8 plus points.
because the sun's not in his eye, probably because it depends on if the sun's in his eyes or not.
He started by the field.
Yeah, the stadium. There go that difference right there.
I think they picked the side, did they not?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
But it's still got to flip regardless, so it's gonna impact them one way or another.
So I'm saying, why are you starting the game off? All right. All right, that's NFC East. We'll go to NFC North. I mean, honestly, we're gonna say NFC North for last because that's the best division. We're gonna go to my side. NFC South. Oh man. I'm just gonna be honest with everybody. This isn't like the most appealing division. Just being completely honest. So everybody, all of these teams have got injured. From Tampa Bay to Carolina to New Orleans to Falcons. Everybody has gotten injured already. Falcons are starting this season off with Jalen Walker and Penix already down. Saints, they wide receiver just went down with a hamstring injury. They drafted top 10 wide receiver.
Hmm.
Carolina, I think their tackle went down with an injury. Um, and I'm not sure with Tampa Bay, but I know Tampa Bay also has some injuries too. So these teams are already starting the season off with primary guys on the injury list.
Yeah. I mean, Mike Evans left Tampa.
They expect Ibuka to
Vita
pick up.
Vea is kind of done in
He just
Tampa.
he
He signed
just won third year.
blessings, and I think
Third
they're
year.
waiting on Baker. Uh,
Baker said they disrespected him with the contract.
they
So
did. So there's some, but hey, don't know if that's gonna. I doubt that's gonna take away from his play because he's probably gonna look for another opportunity. But I believe they will pay him at some point. But yeah,
I mean, this division, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a Falcons fan, but it's not much to talk about with this division. Like the only thing I can say is who do we think is gonna win? Other than that, like
I feel like this division is the most toss up of them all, just like
yeah,
how it was last year. It was essentially a 3-way tie last year almost.
yeah, it just was
Um,
who won the last one.
yeah,
But I mean, like I said, Tampa Bay, if you just go by like team wise, they got the most, let's just say most consistent quarterback.
Tampa, yes. At this point, yes.
And but this is their first year without Mike Evans in a while.
Hmm.
And is Godwin still on the team?
I think so. He got hurt last year though, towards the end of the season.
So we relying on Godwin and Ibuka. They expect Ibuka to be better.
He's
So
nice.
but he's gonna get number one coverage now because Mike Evans is gone.
Yeah.
We got Carolina. Carolina picked up the wide receiver from Tennessee. He was a kind of a jump ball wide receiver. So they kind of trying to give Bryce Young, more weapons. But
Yes.
When I sat back there and really looked at Bryce Young, he doesn't have the throwing power.
Yeah, I think that like a lot of their offense is designed around him not having a lot of throwing power. So I've seen like a lot of curl routes,
Yeah.
um, and like that.
So I mean, and their defense was they got an all right defense, but I would never say he had great defense. Um,
Yeah,
Saints, I just feel like Saints and rebuilding. Like they just keep trying to find pieces because they got Chris Olave. They signed him to a contract, but Chris
uh,
Olave went out with a concussion so many times. I'm surprised he's still playing.
almost every season I feel like
Yeah. And
that
it'd be
guy's
like,
a dog.
nah, but his quarterback be throwing him hospital balls.
I know, but I'm just saying he's a dog though. He get when he's healthy.
Yeah, yeah, he can definitely play. You got so at quarterback. Do we really believe in him? Like he showed flashes, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like every NFL quarterback showed flashes, but the consistency I just did not see it. I
Yeah.
never went into watching one of the games. I'm a Falcons fan, so I hate the Saints. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But I have never went into one of the games and said I'm scared of that quarterback helping them win.
Mhm.
And now they other wide receiver I was supposed to help is out for 2 months.
Hey,
Their defense wasn't that. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, and now I gotta go to my Falcons. And I know most about my Falcons. They picked up a lot on defense, but I feel like shoot, the two best bright stars last year, Jalen Walker and James Pierce, are out for at least 8 to 9 games. Jalen Walker out for the rest of the season.
yep,
Pierce, he out for eight
tough.
games because he
Yeah.
just want to beat the hell out of people. I mean, he could easily went to boxing class or something over summer, but that's neither here nor there. So without them two, I like the pickup on of a secondary corner because our secondary corners have been getting burnt for about 3 years. So the fact that they took them now to finally pick up one, you know what? I'm still going to clap because you did a good job. You finally
Hmm.
got something that you needed for a while. I like the secondary to be honest with you. Xavier Watts, Jesse Bates, Billy Bowman, AJ Terrell, his brother Avian Terrell.
Avion, yep.
Yeah. I actually like the linebacker they picked up too, one from Oklahoma and one from LSU. I like
Hmm.
them. But losing them two, that's tough because they was getting like 7 sacks, I think. Like both of them had like seven
Yeah.
sacks. So
Yep.
that's tough. And we lost Kate Nose.
That's a
Kate Nose
fact.
was a big loss. Big loss. And also, and I tell people all the time, I gotta see what our right tackle look like. Cause that guy last year was just getting thrown into a quarterback. And now we picked up the guy who wouldn't stop jumping off sides for the Chiefs. So I gotta see what that looks like. And then I didn't get to a quarterback. Penix is, I feel like he got the stronger arm and everything like that, but he's injured. So
Yeah.
can't rely on that. And Tua, I'm not even talking about injury prone Tua. I'm not even talking about the injuries. I never feel like his arm is strong enough for him to be like an NFL like starting quarterback.
Hmm.
His arm, do you feel like his arm is strong enough?
Yeah, he has like 400-yard games under his belt. You talking about ever, or you just talking about like the past 2 years?
Most of the time when I see it passes, it seemed like Jalen Waddle and Tariq Hill was so far ahead of the people they can stop and wait for a pass.
Yeah, that's fair, but let's also give his just due as well. The guy was a starting quarterback at Alabama, and he
And he
came in.
had and he had track stars on his team.
Okay,
The man, the
but we
man
can't
had the
keep bailing them out like that way though. You can't say, "Oh yeah,
he
he."
keep having track stars on the team.
If I give you an example and then you say,
He-
"Well, he had track stars on his team,"
These are the
okay, but he's
fastest.
still making these throws. There was a
These
period.
are the
There was like a three
fastest
year
people.
period where Tua was on fire.
These
I
are
think
the
a lot of
fastest.
people forget. I think you should go back and look at a couple of those numbers and a couple of those
Hey,
games.
all right, so let me just ask you something. If you had the fastest people in college and the fastest people in NFL, you don't think that make a difference? Tyreek Hill was by far the fastest in the NFL. And then he had Jalen Waddle, who's pretty damn fast himself. And then in college, he had Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Henry Ruggs. He also had uh what's what's the other one? Forgetting Jerry Judy. You think he'll have a problem throwing the ball?
Well, you just said hasn't been a uh, NFL caliber quarterback, or at least his throwing hasn't. But then you went off and named me in college. He was throwing to NFL caliber wide receivers, and then he gets to the NFL and throws to NFL caliber receivers, qualifying him as the like that he's qualified. That you see what I'm saying? Like you're saying, like, oh well, he that da 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 da. The numbers don't lie. Like you could give me, yeah, he had Tyreek Hill, yes, he had Waddle. That's and then if you go to college, he had this and that. The facts are the facts. He has people that get set up in place and are getting them the ball. We've seen quarterbacks with fast wide receivers and not be able to do anything with them. We've seen that. We've seen them not being able to get the ball. A few people that have done it.
All right, man. Hey, if you want to argue for Tua, but like I said,
It's not arguing for two. I'm just gonna give the man his credit. You can't talk about the guy's not a NFL quarterback, and it's like
I said
there was a
NFL
hot streak
starting
where he was
start.
like number one or two for yards in the league. Like it was like back and forth, like one and two. That's all I'm
I,
saying.
I I watch the game a little bit differently. I see the wide receivers going like this for a pass. I watch it a little bit
Did he
different.
get him the ball? There's some quarterbacks that can't even do that. Even if they had Tariq Hill, even if they had Waddle.
You may be right. Hey, we got
There was a
seven
guy we
minutes
were
left.
just talking about that got Devontae Smith, and they even saying he not doing enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's just on them though. But we got 7 minutes
okay.
left, so we gotta get into the NFC North. It's your division, so I'm gonna let you take off with it.
I'll be super quick with mine. Feel like with us having a quarterback, hopefully Kyler Murray comes in, does what he needs to do. It's a pretty easy system as long as you can get the ball out of your hand and make decisions quickly, which I feel like he can do, even though he was in Arizona. Definitely tough. I believe just the system he was in was really bad. And I think you kind of explained it too. Not really the best coaching staff. And then also a lot of his prospects that people were waiting on as far as wide receivers, at least didn't pan out while he was there. Another thing is he is smaller, so was battling a couple of injuries there. So we shall see what he does. I do have Chicago probably being number one, us being number two. Chicago was on fire last year, and I expect them only to be on fire again this year. I don't think they missed not a step. I haven't even kept up with their like trades or free
They
agency pickups or
they
anything like that.
they lost DJ Moore.
That's fine. That's that okay. That's yeah, that's fine. Either
He's their
way,
number one.
that's fine. Like I was saying, I watch NFC football, NFC North football a lot. It's okay. But yeah, I got them number one, us a close number two. I could see us being number one. I just had to see what our quarterback situation looks like.
Wait, so you disrespecting Detroit and Green Bay?
No, I just don't think they're at the caliber that we're at. Green Bay, Jordan Love disappears always. It takes them a minute to get going. Maybe maybe they'll come out who knows. Detroit, yes, they're done. Unfortunately, once they OC left, all that scheming stops. Jameer Gibbs did get paid, but I do feel like Detroit. I think, ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know who will be last. I don't know who will be last. I don't know who's gonna fight for last. I would say Detroit, but Detroit just got so much grit and they so physical. It's tough to put them last.
Like you said, Detroit and Green Bay fighting for last, and you and Chicago fighting for first.
Yeah, it's a tough division, like you said. It's a tough division. That's the tough part. It's actually like a competitive division, and it could go either way. So I'm not disrespecting them because literally it could go either way in this division. Like,
But you said y'all
uh,
want a
uh,
different caliber.
yes, we are as far as when it comes to on paper. When it comes to like on paper, yes, we should be in a
It's
different.
hard to say though, because you see Detroit on paper, they got a lot of Detroit got Gibbs, Amara St. Brown,
The OC
JMO.
though, that's what we started going in the coaching staff after that. That's the diff. Like it's the we start getting into like the coaching staff now. Like Brian Flores, Kevin O'Connell. Like we start getting into where we're at with those, and then when you try to compare their OC with our head coach, who's an offensive coordinator, I mean, who essentially is an offensive coordinator, offensive minded guy, that's where we start,
Okay.
differing.
Okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So no love for Green Bay. You said quarterback too inconsistent.
Yeah, quarterback inconsistent on that one. Maybe he'll change it. Michael Parsons comes back after his injury. Hopefully, he'll still be the same.
I
Just
think
so
he
we can
just
see.
had. I think he had a setback.
You think that's a setback?
No, I said I think he had a setback.
Oh, dang. Well,
Not like he gonna miss the whole season, but he had a setback to where like he got a few more games added to miss.
mm, dang. Well, hopefully, we'll see him at some point. We got to play him twice, so um, that's all fair there. But yeah, if I had to rank it, I got Chicago, Minnesota, um, Green Bay, and then Detroit.
So Detroit last in division. Good to know. Good to know. Honestly, got y'all last.
How we only got better over this offseason.
It's
We weren't
I got.
last year, and we only got better this offseason. You see what I'm saying?
I don't. I don't know. This is a toss-up division. If I'm being real with you,
That's what I was saying. That's
no,
why
I'm
I'm
just
saying, like,
looking.
even if you last, you like, are you really last? Like we've seen it for like the past two
You're definitely
years.
last. You're
Are
last.
you
No,
last if you
no,
last
you
for real
get
though?
no,
Because a
you're
wild
definitely
card
last.
can really bring you back to life. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really last if you're last in that division?
Hey, respect to like I said, I don't know. I'll go with Chicago winning the division, but that's a toss-up division. I can't even give y'all a real breakdown of it because Jordan Love could play like he's the best quarterback in the division, and then he could play like he's the worst quarterback in the division.
You do. Is Jordan Love the best quarterback in the division?
I say he can play like it,
Oh, okay.
and then he can play like he's the worst. Detroit, Jared Goff got a lot of weapons, but sometimes it's just they just that OC looks like he helped them out a lot. Chicago, like I say, had a good year last year. Y'all did get better with Kyler Murray, but we'll see. He got a he got a good coach. Giving him a good coach in his ear, so we'll see. But we are on the last minute, so just want to thank everybody for watching. Likes, share the video to your sports people. Subscribe, comment on what y'all think. Obviously we might have some outrageous takes, so y'all let me know what y'all think. Um, but this is 5 p.m. traffic, and I will be back next week talking AFC. So make sure y'all stay tuned, and we'll be back next week. Appreciate y'all.